कृष्णकृष्णाकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्णकृष्ण Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Veda Swaminiti Namine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all my gratitudes and also make many praises to Srila Prabhupada for giving us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All good to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services, to Srimati Radha and Lord Gopinath. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna. We are doing Bhagavath Katha, first canto, first chapter. Today we will be doing the 39th verse. I shall repeat the verse 3 times slowly. Please repeat with me. Later I do the narration. Ivan Swa Nigamam Brahman Avetya Mad Anustitam Adan Me Nanam Aishwaryam Swasmin Bhavam Cha Keshava Imam Swa Nigamam Brahman Avetya Mad Anustitam Adan Me Nanam Aishwaryam Swasmin Bhavam Cha Keshava Imam Swa Nigamam Brahman Avetya Mad Anustitam Adan Me Nanam Aishwaryam Swasmin Bhavam Cha Keshava Imam Swanigamam Brahman Avetya Mad Anustitam Adan Me Nanam Aishwaryam Swasmin Bhavam Cha Keshava. The word meaning of this verse is Imam means thus. Swa Nigamam, confidential knowledge of the Vedas in respect to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahman, O Brahmana, Vysadeva, Avetya, knowing it well, Mat, by me, Anushritam, executed, Adar, bestowed upon me, me, Nanam, transcendental knowledge, Aishwaryam, opulence, Swasmin, personal, Bhavam, intimate affection, love, Cha, and Keshava, Lord Krishna. The narration of this verse is, this Narada Maharshi is telling it to Vedas Bhagavan. He is addressing the Vedas Bhagavan, O Brahmana, thus by the Supreme Lord Krishna, I was endowed first with the transcendental knowledge of the Lord as inculcated in the confidential parts of the Vedas. The Vedas, they tell us about the only Supreme God. That is the main thing we need to understand. That is, if we acquire that knowledge, we are all knowledge. So, we need to understand the confidential parts of the Vedas, which is the knowledge of the Lord. Narada Maharshi is telling his spiritual master Vysadeva that he has inculcated the content of the Vedas, and this was given, it was endowed by Krishna Paramatma himself to him. Then with the spiritual opulences and then with his intimate loving service. And also he acquired this knowledge by doing the devotional services to Lord. It's not that Krishna Paramatma is giving everybody this knowledge without asking for it. We need to do devotional service to Him. We need to have loving affection towards Him. Then only He would give us this knowledge, this common knowledge. Communion with the Lord by transmission of the transcendental sound is not different from the whole spirit of Lord Sri Krishna. How we need to get attached with Krishna is we need to have like this, whether it is Bhagavatham, Ramayana or Vedas, by reciting those verses, having loving affection towards Him. There is nothing different from the spirit of Lord Krishna. It is a completely perfect method for approaching the Lord. This is only a perfect method. There are many methods, but this is a very easy to have access to the Lord. By such pure contact with the Lord, without offense of material conceptions. Numbering 10. The devotee can rise above the material plans to understand the inner meaning of the Vedic literatures, including the Lord's existence in the transcendental realm. When a pure devotee, out of real affection, with full faith when he surrenders to the God, he will not be offended with any of the materialistic conceptions which are about 10 numbers. 10 offences are there. There are many offences, but out of that one, 10 are the main offences. The devotee can rise above the material plane. That means we can be on the divine plane to understand the inner meaning of the Vedic literatures, including the Lord's existence in the transcendental realm. Because all these Vedas, they have external meaning, separate and internal meaning. We do not understand in a single letter of the Vedas. That is the reason Vedas Bhagavan has given us the great epic Mahabharata and this Bhagavatham, explaining us in detail, giving word-to-word meanings also. Because during the time of again Vysadeva, he has done everything in the Sanskrit language. Because everybody during the Dwapara, till Dwapara Yuga, they were all Sanskrit literature. They were educated in Sanskrit. Parikshit Maharaj also, when this Bhagavatam was explained to him in 7 days and nights by Shukamarshi, it was only in Sanskrit in the form of shlokas, never meanings or summary. But Parikshit Maharaja understood it very clearly because he was a Sanskrit scholar. Whereas in this Kali Yuga, we don't understand even one letter of this verse also, even in Bhagavatam. So, for us to understand Vedas and other Puranas is very great difficulty. To simplify itself, Vyasadeva has compared this Bhagavatam. And in this earlier chapters, he was thinking how he is a Sarvagna because he is the incarnation of Krishna himself. He is Sarvagna, he can do it. But while he was thinking, again Narada Maharshi appeared before him and inquired Vyasa Bhagavan why he is feeling sad. Then when he said that because the ensuing Kali Yuga time, he knows everything. It's not for him, it's for us. We are less intelligent. We might be having many professional degrees, but they do not have any value when compared to these scriptures, spiritual scriptures. So, for us to understand that one, it has to be put in a simple way. So, at that time, Narada Maharshi told about his previous birth. He remembers his previous birth, that not in this creation, in the earlier creation. There are many creations have taken place. Not one or two, many thousands of creations taken place. And in the last creation, he was a servant maid, like our maid at home. He was servant maid's son. So our maid, how she brings her children when there is no caretaker at the home, she brings her this. Like that, Narada Maharshi used to accompany his mother, and they were doing the services of sages. There was no untouchability. All these were created only recent 500 years ago by the Britishers. But otherwise there was no untouchability or anything. So when this maid servant was doing services to the sages, Narada Maharshi was there. He, without their instructions, they have not imparted any knowledge. but only by seeing and listening to what they are doing, he got all the knowledge. And during this creation, he has taken the birth as Manasaputra of Chaturmukha Brahma. He is the Manasaputra of Chaturmukha Brahma. So, the devotee can raise from the material plane to understand the inner meaning of the Vedic literature, the true Lord exists in transcendental realm. The Lord reveals his identity gradually to one who has unflinching faith. That means if we are totally surrendered to Krishna, then only we will be able to understand him completely. And he will let us know what he is, what is power, what we need to do, everything. But we should have unflinching faith. Even any fraction of mistrust we have in him, we will not get any knowledge. We should have 100% faith in him. The Lord will is identified gradually to one who has unflinching faith, both in spiritual master, both in spiritual master and the Lord. That means our faith not only in the Lord, we should also have full faith in our spiritual master who is instructing us the spiritual knowledge. After this, the devotee is endowed with mystic opulences, which are 8 in number. He would also give us the Ashtanga opulences to us. And above all, the devotee is accepted in the confidential entourage of the Lord. We will be given access to travel along with it. In his entourage, wherever he will be traveling, he is all spread over. He need not tour like us, but he is all spread over all over all universes. Not only this universe, many trillions of universes are there. Even scientists agree that he is spread over all over. But he would give us a chance to accompany him while he is staying at one place as a Sarvavyapi. He is also manifesting himself wherever it is required for protecting the good people and for killing the bad people. And also he will entrust some specific powers of Lord to the agency of spiritual master. Like, see, now the sun, Indra, Chandra, all these people, they are all devotees of Krishna. They have been entrusted with different duties. All the 33 crore devatas are there. All the 33 crore devatas, they have individual duties. Nobody is free. They are doing their own duties. So we need to respect them. But at the same time, we cannot express any of our desires to them because we do not know what responsibility they have. Like you go to a revenue minister and ask for some educational requirement, or you go to a education minister and ask for some revenue, they can't help. If you want some support from a revenue person, you have to go to the revenue person. If you want to go to some finance requirement, you have to go to the finance minister. Similarly, we do not know which 33 crore devatas are there. We do not know what is their responsibility. So for that reason, if at all you want to express your desires, express to before the God. In any of his form. He is having many thousands of incarnations, not just Dashavatara like Matsya Kurma. He is having many incarnations. You can express anywhere. But otherwise, it is wise that you don't declare any of your desires. Like our parents, they knew what we need. When we were as a small child, they used to give us food at proper time, milk at proper time, clothing, they made us to go to school. All those they have taken out. Similarly, God knows what we need when we need. Like that, you need not express any desires. And what should be our ultimate goal? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? You can have thousands of desires, thousands of goals, but what is the ultimate goal? Ultimate goal is we should go back to Godhead, go back to our own home. The home presently what you are staying, it is not your own home. Maybe your father owns it, grandfather owns it, or inherited or gifted by somebody like that. But it is only temporary house till this body is there. We are born to die. Once we die, that home belongs to somebody else. Maybe our progeny will take, or somebody will illegally take it away. We do not know. Our original home is Krishna. We need to reach Krishna, and he is our original parent. We are having parent here, but in this life, we had many lives. Some lakhs of lives, not as human beings. We have born as animals, plants, insects, worms, everything, because of our Papa Karma. And this Papa Karma and Punya Karma can be executed only by human beings, not animals or Devatas. Devatas are only people who are enjoying the Punya, what we have earned over here. Like us, even once they were human beings, they earned Punya, a great Punya, they become Devatas. If you follow Dharma path, you have earned Punya, even you can become Devata. But again, they can, once that Punya is exhausted, Hare Krishna, you can sit and have the darshan and continue in the class for some more time. So, like that, Krishna, you need not explain any desires. He knows what to give, when to give. And since we have many births we have taken earlier, we are enjoying, we are suffering those papas and sins also still continue. Because even in this human life, here two things are happening. One is we can earn punya by following good path. We can also have sins by making wrong things. This is one. The other one is already whatever papa or punya we have done earlier. Some temporary happiness is there, temporary suffering is there. All those are because our earlier punya and karma itself. For that reason, we only human beings can do. And God has given this very great durlava, it is a katina, with great this thing of taking lakhs of lives in earlier animals' life. He has given us a human life with intelligence. No other living being, whether it is devata or animals, anybody, they don't have intelligence. Only the human beings have intelligence. But what we are doing? We are misusing. We are misusing our intelligence. So we need to use it in a proper dharma, and you have thousands of desires. It's not wrong. You can have thousands of desires, you can have lot of wealth, everything, but that you should not accumulate. That wealth should be whatever you earn, use it in a proper way. Proper way means again not just giving in charity. Giving charity is also nowadays they put lot of big boards we are using for old age home or orphans and all those things. But otherwise they are also misusing it. So whatever you are helping them, you help them the kind of food itself. Food, clothing or some plate or in the form of any other things. If it is the orphans, there will be imparting some education. So give them in the form of books to read, or for the orphans to wear the clothes like that. If you give cash to those society, they will misuse it. So not only that one, that is the type of subsidies what government is giving free. Like government giving subsidies, what's happening? Everybody is becoming lazy because they are getting easy money. They don't want to work. So even that is wrong. What we need to do is if you have really lot of wealth is there, you have lot of money is there, you start some new industry, new business. So what happens when you start new industry or new business, you will be employing so many people, they will find their livelihood. Like that you can go on expanding. See, Tatas, Birlas, Adani, they are all doing the same thing. They are creating more and more employment. Livelihood is given. They are not giving anything. Again, Birlas, whenever they start new project, they start one with the beginning of a temple, like Birla temple. In every city, every important city, there is a Birla temple is there. You go to any city, there is there. So before starting a project, so you do simultaneously that one, this one, but never give anyone in cash. Even the beggars outside on the road, that is wrong. If you want to give them some biscuit, bread, fruits, something or old clothes, something, but never in cash. Because whatever sins they do, you become partner in the sins. If they do good things, you won't become partner. For only bad things, you become the partner with them. So never give them cash. Don't have any sympathy. You have sympathy, give in the form of kind. Like that. So After this, the devotee is endowed with mystic opulences that are 8 in number. The Lord, He will accept us to carry out the devotional services. What other devatas are doing, even we may become a devata. Like practically it is there. See, Mahabhishu was a king. He performed 1,000 Ashwamedha yagas and he went to Brahmaloka. There he was supposed to get some devotional service, but still he has some fraction of human qualities. There, seeing the daughter of Brahma, Ganga, again this Ganga is different. Seeing the Ganga of wife of Shiva is different. This Ganga is the daughter of Chaturmukha Brahma. Seeing her, he was in love with her. And unfortunately, what happened in that Ganga has seen Mahabhishu. So Brahma has cursed both. He did not love because it was his daughter. He did not leave her. Even she was punished. You have to go back. You go on the earth. Take after suffering you come back. And that same Ganga came here, and his Mahabhishu was born as Santanu, father of Bhima Pitamaha, and they suffered. Like that even Nahusha performing 100 Ashwamedha yagas, he went to Devendra. He was supposed to become Indra. He was there as Indra for a week or 15 days. There, Indra out of scare, the original Indra, out of scare of this new Indra, Nahusha, he came and hid somewhere in the Himalayas on the earth, and that Nahusha, seeing Sachi Devi, the wife of the original Indra, he wanted to enjoy with her. So, he wanted him carried by in a pallaki by the Saptarishis. In the Saptarishis, Agastya was short person. So it was tilting. When it was tilting, he was, Nahusha, the new Indra, became angry over him and asked, why you are doing like this, why you are not carrying properly. That to Sarpa he said. So he became Sarpa, he cursed him. That Sarpa, during many Chaturyugas, during Satyayuga, Nahusha was there. In Dwapara, Pandavas have come. Till such time he became a Sarpa and was in the Nagaloka. When during the Vanavasa of Pandavas, at that time when Bhima was put in the water, not Vanavasa, before, during the childhood itself, when Duryodhana put Bhima in the water, he was taken to the Nagaloka. There, this Nahusha who was there, he identified Bhima because he was his progeny only. Same progeny is continuing, Chandravamsha is continuing. So, like that, Nahusha recognized him, and after asking many questions to Yudhishthira, he was liberated. Like that. Sri Narada has explained all these from his personal experiences. Again, Narada was a maid servant's son during the previous creation, not in this creation. In this creation, he is the Manasaputra of Chaturmukha Brahma. Because of his service to sages, he practiced the devotion in God. His personal experience, and one can obtain all the facilities which Sri Narada Maharshi obtained by perfecting the chanting process of the song representation. Like that, we need to execute our karma. We should not renunciate. Whether you are engineer, doctor, lawyer, you do your karma. But everything, say, oh Krishna, I am doing the service as a devotion to you. It is at your foot, I am doing the devotion. You help the needy. So if you are a doctor, if some patient comes, if it is a poor patient, okay, you don't charge him. Do it freely. Somebody is rich, you can take from him. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. But if it's poor, you help him. Because Paramatma is there in everybody as Antaryami. So you are thinking that you are doing service to that Antaryami in that soul, you help that patient to survive for doing the services to Lord Krishna. When you help the patient, what happens? Patient, when he recovers, he will develop affection in you. Similarly, whether it is an innocent criminal, many innocent criminals are there. Real criminals are outside only. To name them, many are there. Many are there, they are outside. Innocent people are in the jails. So, they help them to come out of the jails and make proper living. When they come out, develop in affection in you, they will believe you, they will trust you, they will think you as Paramatma, and they will say, oh Bhagavan, you are my God, they say. Because you have helped them, they will do. So, as a service to everybody, not only human being, even to the living, any other living being, you should not ever harm any living being. Because Paramatma is there in all living beings. Not only human beings, all living beings. So you need to do. These are all expressed by Narada Maharshi to Vedas Bhagavan, so that people in Kali Yuga, because we are less intelligent, we might be highly qualified, but we don't understand the spiritual knowledge. For that purpose, Narada is advising him to simplify so that Kali Yuga people will understand and follow him. These things, all this, whether Bhagavatham, Mahabharata, Ramayana, during that period it was just recited in Sanskrit, they used to understand because they were Sanskrit scholars. Now the time is like that, nobody will understand a single letter, and for me to explain, not only me, like me, any other who was doing the lecture, to explain one verse, we need to make so many illustrations, so many give examples, and explain each and everything in different languages, not only in English. Today and tomorrow we have Mahabharata in the evening, it is in Hindi. For the people who understand Hindi can understand it. Of course, I will be translating in Telugu, English also at that time. Again on Thursday we have Ramayana. So we are in the entire week, we have 3 different type of discussions will be there. Tuesday, Wednesday we discuss about Mahabharata in the evening, Thursday is Ramayana, and Tuesday to Friday morning English in Bhagavatham. Bhagavatham in English, sorry. So like that, we need to explain the verse, each and every verse like that in detail. Hare Krishna. See, Narada has explained all this from his personal experience, and one can obtain all the facilities of Sri Narada obtained by perfecting the chanting process of sound reputation of the Lord. What Narada was doing, wherever he was free to move from universe to universe, not just from one planet to planet. From universe to universe he used to move, and he used to only chant the name of Narayana. Narayana, Narayana. Ashtakshi Mahamantra used to say, Om Namo Narayanaya. Of course, as in the lecture I am telling, but this we cannot meditate upon like Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna Mantra is free from all regulations. We can chant 24 hours into our lifetime. Whereas this Ashtakshi Mahamantra, what I just now told, it has been meditated even without taking water, early in the morning, with clean mind. Peaceful mind, clean mind, we need to chant that one, and there are so many other regulations also for it. So we can chant only that one at that particular time. So whereas Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he is a devotee, Krishna has taken the birth as a devotee about 600 to 700 years ago in between Orissa and Bengal, and he has given this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, instructing to chant like you, and you are having your chanting beats. On that beat, how many rounds you chant, Mataji? Sorry? How many rounds you chant on the beat? 16 rounds. Yeah, good, very good. That 16 rounds is very good. How many? Prabhu, Meera, enter sir? Any rounds, Meera? Hare, how many rounds, Prabhu? 13 rounds. Yeah, that's also good. See, like that, so he has advised to chant 64 rounds. But because we are now in this Kali Yuga, this time, we don't have that much time. 8 hours we have to work for, either we are working or business, what is, we need to 8 to 10 hours, and before that 1 hour going and coming in this traffic, so we take away a lot of time, and we also rest for 7 to 8 hours, and whatever few hours left we need for getting ready, having food, different times, so less time we have. So at least who are not chanting, who are chanting, it is very good, you continue, you try to increase it. Otherwise, and also I don't think you feel any shame in carrying the beads anyway. You can carry anywhere. Similarly, you can carry that one and do beads. So, even for other reason, while driving a bike or a car or going the bus, if you want, you can chant without the bead also. Like that, innumerable times you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You can find out from, it's not me telling, you can find out the people who are chanting, how much peace of mind will be there because they are practicing that one. They have a lot of peace of mind. And also, whatever desires are there, one by one, they will be successful in that one. They will be successful in all their endeavors. So, like that, you start chanting and you see, you try for 1 month, there is nothing wrong. You can, if you don't like it, you can leave, but once you start, you will never leave. That I can guarantee. Because you will have a lot of peaceful mind. When your mind is peaceful only, whatever you are doing action, that you will be able to do properly. If your mind is not peaceful, your action is also will not be correct. So you will be unsuccessful. Once you are successful, you carry out that one, that is very good. And you can chant any time, any number of times like that one. I can tell you this Hare Krishna, this Ashtashi Mahamantra, I do that one. Because I follow those regulations. But everybody can't do that. So for that reason, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this mantra without any regulations. Why we need to remember is, at the end of our life, in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 5th to 11th chapter, 11th sloka, Krishna Paramatma has told that, in the 5th sloka, he said, Antakala Chamavakya Smare Kalevara. See, at the end of life, whatever we remember, that type of life we are going to take next. If you remember Krishna, we will be going back to Godhead. For any reason, if any fraction of offences is left out, He will remove. You should have complete faith. That is told in 18th chapter, 66 verse. Sarvadharman Parityajya, that sloka is said, Krishna has said, until unless we exhaust our sins, we can't go to moksha. How can we exhaust? Again we will be taking different births, we will be committing different sins. That is a condensed process. This can be removed by Krishna himself. If you completely surrender to him with full faith, oh Krishna, I am doing all the services for you. Without expressing any desire, you do his truthful service. You do your karma, but all the karma for the purpose of Krishna. When you do that one, he will remove all your sins, whether in this life or previous life, whatever you committed, all those will be removed. And also, he will give us in this ihaloka, in this world, he will give us happiness. You need not desire anything. Like our parents knew what we required. Similarly, he knows, because you are all his children. You are all his children. So he will give us all those things required in this world for happiness, health, wealth, everything will be good. And also he will give us another moksha, salvation. Moksha, salvation he will give. For any reason at the end, your mind changes like Jadabartha. Jadabartha was a king. He was a devotee. Throughout his life he was devotee. At the old age, what happened? He was, because of age, this thing, he called his son, he handed out this thing, he went into the forest to practice penance. When he was practicing penance, what happened? He was continuing that. It's almost all the end of his lifetime. At that time, he saw a dear kid drowning in a pond nearby. Because as a king, he was earlier king, he used to save, protect many people, many living beings. So similarly, immediately in mind, he thought, I should protect this dear kid. He went and he removed it. So he should left it off. After bringing it out, he should left it off. He should have taken his this thing. But he took it to his ashram. He started bathing it, giving it food, like that continued for some time. So, what happened? He forgot Krishna. He forgot Krishna and taking care of dear kid, and finally the end came, he became a dear kid in the next life. He became a dear kid later. But only thing is, because throughout life he remembered Krishna, Krishna has given him that strength in the dear life also to continue in the devotion, and he took another human birth immediately and followed from there, and finally he is liberated. So for any reason we practice all these things, at the end we do not know what will happen. If something goes wrong also, Krishna will take care of us, like Jadabartha. So we need to remember him. All these things, how can, not only by Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there are 3-4 ways. One is glorification. What I am doing is I am preaching Bhagavatham. Similarly, whatever you are listening here or in any other temple about Ramayana, Mahabharata, any other Puranas, when you go back to your home or when you meet your friends or relatives, instead of speaking nonsense, for some reason they are not come over here, not able to come over here. Tell all these things. Explain them so that they will also cultivate. Also, when you have kids in future, train them when they start speaking mama, nana and all those things. At that time it's when they'll start speaking. At that time they'll start training in Krishna, Rama, all those things, so that they will also do like that. And also you should not harm any living beings. In every class I am telling, all living beings are, Paramatma is there in all living beings. You should never harm anyone. For animals, they can't cook for themselves. Whether it is cow, dog, cat, they can't cook. Whatever is lying on the roads, they are just in the garbage, they are taking and eating. Even the hens, everything is doing the same thing, all animals. So, you take a handful of food, whatever you have prepared, after offering, take a handful of food, go outside, put it outside. Let some animal or insects come and eat it. It's not necessary that only the dog should eat or cow. Let any living being eat it. Like that. If any beggar comes, just give something. Good or yesterday's food or whatever it is, without putting in the garbage. If it is good for eating, you give it. Like that. And if any guest comes, you treat them. Also, you, before having your food, see all your members have taken. Of course, for it also depends on your time. If you don't have time, at least tell them, you can share that it's on the table and you are moving out. You can have like that. You have to share food also with everybody, like that. Not only your family members, everybody you try to do. Whatever wealth, earlier I told you, you try to expand in the form of business or industry so that many people will come and work with you for their livelihood. Like that you are helping them. If you give charity, they become lazy. Charity is not a good this thing. Charity is lazy. So like that. So like that, Narada Maharishi was going everywhere for the preaching about God. So you do the preaching, you do glorify the God, you share your food, like that. Even when you buy your new clothes, not only food, when you buy your new clothes, place it before Radha and Krishna, say, oh Krishna, this clothes, I bought it to protect the body for doing your service. They will not take away. They will never take away. Say that and have it as a prasad, wear it as a prasadam. Like that you can continue. Do like that. So, Narada Maharishi used to follow all these strict regulations. Like that we can also follow him. So that God will give us all such this thing. Chanting process of sound representation of the Lord. There is no bar for chanting the transcendental sound by anyone. It is clearly mentioned here. Anyone, Vedas, Mahabharata, because illiterates cannot understand. Only intelligent people can understand. That's the reason Brahmins are called as intelligent people. So those who can understand, nowadays whoever it is, see, so many, there are 2,000, more than 2,000 ISKCONs are there. In foreign countries, many Maharajas are from Canada, America, Australia, those places. They are also doing, they are not Brahmins, they are intelligent because of, it's not by birth Brahmin, Kshatriya. It is by way of practice. So like that intelligent people can access. So this chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, even an illiterate, because Hare Krishna mantra is not a big mantra to, it's a great mantra, but it's not a tough thing for the illiterate to chant. So they can also chant. Everybody can chant. That is Bhagavatham is telling. There is no bar for chanting this transcendental sound by anyone. Provided it is received through Narada's representative coming from the chain of disciplic succession of the parampara. Again, see, there are so many gurus, acharyas are there. From the bona fide spiritual master, you should receive the mantra and chant it. Like from here in the temple, when we do the lectures, when we tell the Maha Mantra, you can understand, you can chant, it is nothing wrong. Once you start chanting, Krishna will automatically, he will give, at time comes when he will give you a proper acharya who would initiate you. Initiation is different from just chanting Maha Mantra. Earlier even I was doing myself, not 1 or 2 years. For nearly 20-25 years I was doing for myself. Bhagavath Katha and other mantras I am doing for myself. But one day Krishna sent one Shiksha Guru, and that Shiksha Guru took me to my Acharya, Chinnajaya Swami, who was in Shamshabad, Ramanujacharya statue is there. He is my Acharya. My Shiksha will take him, and the same day he seeing me and he initiated me. So God will, once you start practicing it, He will only at an appropriate time, He will give a proper Acharya also. Otherwise also, He Himself is our Acharya. You should know we have 9 different kind of relationship with God. One is He is our mother, He is our father, He is our Acharya, He is our friend, He is our well-wisher. If you imagine, you will be parent, He will be your son, like Yashoda Mata and Devaki, or Kausalya Mata, or Aditi, like Vamana. Like that we have 9 different relationships we have. Now is the relation, now is the bhakti also is there. Now is the bhakti also how? It's not just doing, that is Archana. What priest is doing inside is known as Archana. What we chant, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is chanting. What I am telling you are hearing, that is Shravana. What I am telling out, that is like this, different 9 different types of, all are equal. Whichever one you are following, that is equally good. So, Narada coming down by the chain of disciplic succession from the Parampara system, so that you can take, you will get, today if you don't have Acharya, tomorrow at some time you will get an Acharya. Now, we should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 10 times and disperse for now. Because evening we have Mahabharata, don't say today. For now we shall disperse. Again in the evening we shall have Mahabharata. Please attend to that also. We have, today will be ending Vanaparva, and maybe we will start Virata Parva also today. Otherwise tomorrow we will be starting Virata Parva. And all these things are recorded on YouTube. You can see anytime. So we shall chant Mahamantra 10 times now. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. Chant loudly please. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. स्वस्ति प्रज्ञा प्रयन्त्यां न्यायेन मार्गेण मयि मैषाः गोब्रह्मस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रिया बुद्ध्यात्मते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् परस्मै नारायणाति सर्पयामि श्रीमनाथ सर्पयामि. सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु. मंगलम नित्य मंगलम. जय श्री राधा कृष्णाथ की, जय श्री जगन्नाथ स्वामी की, जय श्री नरसिंह भगवान की, जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की, जय श्री चंद्र महाप्रभु की, जय श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, जय श्री पंचतत्व की, जय श्री मध्वान ग्रंथ की, जय श्री हरे कृष्ण की, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की. हरे कृष्ण.